my thoughts of the Need for Speed closed beta. So how's it going, guys? Today I will be talking about the Need for Speed closed beta. I was lucky enough to get in the beta. I got a code. I got an email from them. They gave me the code, and I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. I've been really excited to try out Need for Speed whenever it comes out, and I honestly couldn't believe I got in the beta. So I did. I got to play around with it the whole weekend. My thoughts on it. I mean, I personally think it's gonna be really good. It's gonna do really well. When I first started playing the game, it had a really like the graphics were really good. It ran pretty smoothly. What really blew me away the most was definitely the cosmetic customizations in the game. I'd say it has way more like cosmetic customization than like any like racing game, even Forza. I think it even has better customization or more customization than Forza. However, I think Forza has a little bit better customization when it comes to like engines and like more of the actual like mechanical parts of the car, not just cosmetic stuff. You can do a little bit more details on that on Forza than you can on Need for Speed, but there's still a lot there. You can literally spend half your time just in the garage trying to create your masterpiece of your car, and they were not joking about that. You literally spend like your whole time in that garage, like just sitting there, just doing every little thing. I mean, you can change very little things on your car cosmetically, like your mirrors. I mean, you can obviously do major things like side skirts, panels, you know, like a front lip or splitters. You know, you change the hood. You even change obviously the spoiler, the bumper, even the trunk. And you can even change the badging on your car, and you can change like the windows, like antennas, and like your side mirrors. I mean, your wheels. There's a lot you can do in that game. It's amazing. I know I have been rambling about Need for Speed so far, but Advanced Warfare side, this is really like my third game ever using the STG. I luckily finally got one out of a regular supply drop. I did really good on this gameplay, but this is just the gameplay, just, you know, run in the background. Yeah, I did really good this game with the STG. This gun is amazing. You can pull off some good games with this gun. But anyway, on back to Need for Speed. However, so when you first started the game, like the prologue, I would say, you had 3 vehicles you could choose from. 2000 Civic hatch, Type R, or you had the 90 Ford Mustang Fox body, or you had the Subaru BRZ. So I was like, I knew out of all 3 of the choices, the BRZ was the fastest, and you could do the most like customization and like upgrades to. But like Need for Speed showed the BRZ already a bunch, so I was stuck between the Mustang and the Civic. But then I was like, fuck it, it's the beta. I'll just do the Civic hatch. And honestly, that car, I fully upgraded it as much as I could to my level, with all the parts and stuff. And that thing was pretty fast, and you could actually, since even if it was front wheel drive, you could drift that thing really nicely. And that's speaking of the driving mechanics of that game. The driving mechanics of that game is awesome. I mean, you can change. I mean, I know on Forza and like other games, you can change like your traction or grip on the road. You can either make it. There's this little bar. You can make it all the way down to drift, or you can make it all the way like to the top where you just have like maximum, like just no drift whatsoever, like no sliding or anything. I put it at like halfway between drift and like halfway between like the middle, and it was perfect. Like you could, when you took corners, you drifted nicely. You didn't like oversteer, understeer, or anything. Like you didn't like spin out or anything. Like it was perfect. Yeah, the driving mechanics are like different. It does take a little bit to get used to, but after after playing for like a couple hours, you'll definitely get used to it, and it's awesome. The missions were alright to me. They were just kind of the mission, like the missions part of like the Need for Speed, kind of remind me of the Crew a little bit. Like you had your contacts on your phone, and you just kind of went through the missions that way. With some of the people, you did like drifting events, or you did just like regular like circuit races, and then some of the like missions, they were just cutscenes of like the characters and stuff, like the people, and oh my god, the people in that game look so fucking real. Like every detail in that game is just, I mean, it literally felt like I was talking to a real person. Like Need for Speed literally hit the hammer with a nail on graphic-wise. Like it is just absolutely a beautiful PlayStation game, or just a beautiful next-generation game, graphic-wise, and it ran pretty smooth. But obviously with the beta, the servers were kind of buggy. Sometimes it kicked me out and stuff, but that's just a typical like EA server. Yeah, and unfortunately I couldn't get any like gameplay for you because it was under. I was not allowed to record or anything of the beta, so that sucked. I kind of wish I could. I was allowed to record stuff, because I definitely would have blown this channel up with Need for Speed content with the beta. But yeah, towards the end of the beta, I seen like there's a free. Okay, it's all like online, but you can go. There's an option where you can go on solo play, which you're just in like pretty much an online session by yourself and no one can join. Or you can go to, I think it was called All Drive, but basically it was just multiplayer. It was just the same thing as solo, but there was just sometimes there were like online players like roaming around the map. But the map's big, but it's not like too big. Like the Crew's map was just way too big in my opinion. Like there was just way too much. Need for Speed is like, I'd say it's about like a GTA 5 size map. Like might be a little bit bigger or smaller, I'm not sure, but if you want to get perspective wise on how big the map is, I'd say about like GTA 5 size. But yeah, I'd say about a little bit smaller than GTA 5, without like all the country and terrain obviously of GTA, but like talking city wise, probably like the same size or a little bit bigger or smaller. I don't know. But towards the end of the beta, when I seen a random person, he had like a Lamborghini Aventador, and I'm like, how the hell does this guy have that? So then I went to my garage and discovered that you actually had Need for Speed actually gave access to all their cars in the game. There was like so many cars you could buy, and the price ranges were actually good. The cheapest car you could get was like $7,000, and it was like the old Volvo and the Volkswagen Golf, and then they had the Miata, which I bought the Miata just for, you know, just to be stupid, and I literally made it look like exactly like the Haggard Garage Miata, with like the fluorescent blue rims and like the slate purple rims in the back. I put a Haggard Garage banner on the windshield. I put the ridiculous big ass drift wing on the back. It was beautiful. It was one good piece of art. And then the other car I bought was the Toyota Supra, the 97, the cool one that you guys have probably seen if you watch Too Fast, Too Furious. I didn't go exactly replica of that, but I just made it orange and put a nice, like, I forget what the body kit name was called for it, but I put that body kit on it, and it looked beautiful. And then, of course, I picked the Civic Type R for my starter car. And I thought, since it was the beta, like, okay, I figured that the Civic would be the only car I was going to be able to use, but no. Need for Speed actually, like, surprisingly, like, allowed you to buy any of the cars. The most expensive car was I don't know, it was like some Ferrari, old school like Ferrari, like it looked like a stock car or some shit, and it was like $200,000, and then like the cheapest was $8,000. So the price ranges were actually like decent, like they weren't ridiculous. And plus for the side missions and stuff, like you could earn anywhere from like 12,000, like I think it was called RP or rep. I don't honestly remember the XP thing, but it was like rep or something. And then you could earn like up to like $12,000. You could earn up to like $12,000 and like 24,000 like experience, depending on like what event you were doing. But yeah. Anyways, guys, there's a little bit brief explanation of the Need for Speed, and I will have Need for Speed content, but I'll mostly be flooding my channel with Black Ops 3, but I will have Need for Speed for you guys too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for those two game contents. I'll see you soon. Bye.